Now, we apply our geometric coordinate system directly to regional segments of the body. When you are modeling kinematics or designing wearable technology, you cannot just look at movements. In isolation, you must track how specific structures interact with each plane. Let's isolate the mechanics of the head and neck and the vertebral column spine. 1. Head and neck movements. The cervical spine is a highly mobile multi-axial joint system because it supports the sensory payload, the head. Its tracking requires high angular precision. Sagittal plane mechanics. Movement here happens along the forward-backward axis. Flexion, bending the head forward, bringing the chin toward the chest. In engineering terms, this is a positive angular rotation around the medial-lateral axis. Extension, returning the head to the neutral anatomical position from a flexed state. Hyperextension, continuing the backward movement past the neutral position, looking directly upward. Mechanical risk. In high-velocity impacts, like whiplash, hyperextension forces exceed the tensile limits of the anterior longitudinal ligament, leading to structural failure. Frontal plane mechanics. Lateral flexion right-left, tilting your head directly toward your right or left shoulder without rotating your chin. You are moving purely within the face-on vertical slice. Transverse plane mechanics. Rotation, shaking your head no. The movement occurs around a vertical axis, primarily at the atlantoaxial C_1C_2 joint, which acts as a pivot. 2. Vertebral column spine movements. The spine is not a single rigid beam. It is a column of segmented linkages, vertebrae separated by viscoelastic dampers, intervertebral discs. Its movement is the cumulative result of small, angular displacements between adjacent segments. Sagittal plane mechanics. Flexion, bending the torso forward, for example, reaching for your toes. This compresses the anterior portion of the intervertebral discs and places the posterior ligamentous complex under tension. Extension, straightening the spine back to an erect posture. Hyperextension, arching the back rearward. Frontal plane mechanics. Lateral flexion, bending the torso directly to the left or right side. This introduces a combination of compressive stress on the ipsilateral same side of the spine and tensile stress on the contralateral opposite side. Transverse plane mechanics. Axial rotation, twisting the torso around the central vertical axis of the body. Warning: the lumbar spine is structurally restricted against high-angle axial rotation due to the orientation of its facet joints. Combining deep axial rotation with flexion under a heavy load is the exact mechanical formula for an intervertebral disc herniation. The materials simply cannot handle that specific shear torsion matrix. Every force calculation you make for spinal implants or ergonomic chairs depends on this matrix of planes.